So, look, one thing again, I know it's frustrating on the Wirtz situation. You're as frustrated as I am waiting for the go-ahead for him to have his medical, but we're at the behest now of the two clubs just banging out this deal. They want the €150 million if a Liverpool player isn't included in the deal, and it looks as if we can rule Harvey Elliott out of being one of the potential players in that deal. That news came through earlier on. Kwanzaa could still potentially be on the table for Bayer Leverkusen, but right now it's frustrating, it's annoying, but I'm not going to come on here and tell you a deal is signed or agreed between the two teams when it isn't. Everything else is in place, the 5-year contract. Wirtz is just waiting for Liverpool and Leverkusen to come to a deal, and once that's done, this will all be done really quickly, but I know it's frustrating. That's where we're at the minute with it. I do have more information tonight around Milos Kerkez, which we'll discuss as well. And again, you could get that nod for Florian Wirtz in the next hour. You could get it in the next 2 days. But again, just to say, I know it's frustrating. We've got to be patient on it. The clubs just want to get the best deals possible. And I know it's frustrating, but we're just going to have to sit tight on it. There's no fear of the deal falling apart. You don't need to worry about that, as has been mentioned far and wide by many journalists. And even if you listen to Joshua Kimmich speaking earlier on in the German camp, he only has eyes set for Liverpool. Nothing's going to change his mind there. And it is really frustrating because we're talking about a disagreement here of in and around 16 million quid. That's the hold-up of the deal. And I hope that we get this concluded soon, because he has 2 years left on his Leverkusen deal. Leverkusen don't want it to rumble on into another season. They might make noises like they'd like to keep him for one more year, but that means the value of the player will go down dramatically for them because he'd only have 1 year left on his contract then. So you don't need to worry about that side of things. You don't need to worry about the player changing his mind or growing impatient. It's just the clubs trying to hash out this deal. And again, I know it's frustrating. I wish I could come on here and tell you that they'd finally had those agreements reached, but not yet, I'm afraid. That's where we're at with that one. But it will be happening, so you don't need to be too concerned with it. And Tanya said, Kelleher sweetener. Yes, that has been put in to make sure that they got their goalkeeper sorted out as well. Kelleher going to Brentford. That medical took place today. He's absent from the Irish camp because he was having his medical. We know, obviously, Mark Flecken going in the other direction across from Brentford to Bayer Leverkusen. But what I think you can definitely take as a massive sign that Leverkusen know they're selling Wirtz is they're already out there talking about the rebuild, and they're already out there looking at targets to spend that Florian Wirtz money on. So I know it's frustrating, but again, we're just going to have to make sure that we get the best deal for us. And I'm sure Leverkusen want the same. I want Wirtz, but 130 million feels uncomfortable. Look, it's a high number. It's going to be a record deal, but you can see here why we're at this final bit of negotiation now. So Liverpool are at about 130 million euro. Leverkusen want us at 150 million euro. So again, will we find common ground? Yes. It's just a matter of how that's structured. Tipsy Dipsy, taking a little break from La La Po and Tinky Winky, has jumped on to say, evening Craig. I think a lot of people have PTSD from Caicedo, Zubamendi, and I think we're not used to Liverpool acting like this in the window. I totally understand that. Like, it's more than fair to say that, and I do understand people in the chat or watching this back or just online have that. I'm the same, but I just know on this one, it isn't going to fall apart. It is so clear cut. A deal's going to be reached. Leverkusen are already starting to look to spend the money. The player only wants Liverpool has been repeated ad nauseum at this point, but I totally get you. It is, even for me, I'm frustrated about it, and I know that there's no chance the deal falls apart, but like everybody else, I want to come on and celebrate it. I want to talk about him as a Liverpool player, and we haven't quite gotten to that phase just yet. The 5-year contract has been agreed between him and Liverpool. The wages, all that stuff has been agreed. And as soon as he gets the green light to have his medical, it'll advance very quickly. But it is about getting the details right for everybody, and the devil is in the detail. Hey Craig, people please stop worrying. Liverpool has been the best position there ever been in 30 years. Enjoy and relax. Look, I can't relax. I'm relaxed that it's not going to fall apart, mate, but like everybody else, I'm antsy. I'm not blessed with patience. I'm not a patient man. So I'm very much hoping we get good news on this ASAP. For what it's worth, it looks like the Kerkez negotiations could be concluded soon enough. Now, there has been some talk that there's an agreement between Liverpool and Bournemouth. I don't believe that to be the case. Negotiations are underway, excuse me, but I don't think that they've got an agreement yet. They will get to one, but some reports I've seen have jumped the gun a little bit and said there's an agreement. I don't believe that there is yet, from my understanding, but he will also be a Liverpool player. Cozy Goat said, Fab said it's just the add-ons. So has it been rejected? The second offer has been rejected, yes. We confirmed that this morning in our video. But that, again, doesn't really mean anything other than we have to get back to figuring out the add-ons, how they're structured. For instance, is it going to be if Liverpool win a Champions League, if he wins a Ballon d'Or, is this done in the next 3 years? These are the type of things that they're talking about at the minute. But again, it's nothing that will make the deal fall apart. It's not like Liverpool. We're not a million miles apart here, and there will be common ground somewhere. Because remember, they need to get going as well. They want to make sure that they don't miss out on any targets. So they're going to have to suck it up at some point. So somebody will have to give way. And I think, again, it's frustrating for us all, but you've nothing to be concerned about. The whining and abuse on X is horrible. Shame it's the biggest site for news outlets, for journalists. Different breed those folks are. Well, look, as you know, I'm not on there. We have to be on there. You know, as a company, we just have to be. But I don't have access to our X account. I don't go near it for the very reasons you've said, Nick. And I'd love to know who these people are in real life, because most people I talk to, yeah, some people are frustrated that it's not moving quicker, but understand what's going on. But X seems to bring out the worst in humanity at times, and you know, a lot of people just turn off the comments at this point because they're just getting so much crap on there. I'm lucky, as I mentioned, I don't go on there. You know, we have an admin that deals with that for us and does a very good job on there. But for me, yeah, I agree with you, Nick. It's a shit show. Would you rather Wirtz or Xavi Simons and Nico Williams? Wirtz. I would. I know others may disagree, but for me, mate, I would rather Florian Wirtz over Xavi Simons and Nico Williams. Florian Wirtz is the only one of those three, to me, that could win a Ballon d'Or. And I mean, really, seriously win a Ballon d'Or. The other two, Simons, I'm on the fence about. Nico Williams, I'm a big fan of. But Florian Wirtz is incredible. So for me, mate, I would stick with Florian Wirtz. Fimble FIFA, I've watched Wirtz compilation. Wow. You're not the first person to say that to me, my man. A few people have said that to me over the last few days. Brian LFC USA messaged me going, oh shit, just watched that Wirtz compilation. Wow, he is brilliant. He's going to be incredible. I can't wait. It's just, we're in that weird phase now. So we got the initial excitement when we heard he wanted Liverpool. And then we knew that Liverpool were going to go and make the deal happen. And now we're just in this really frustrating phase where we're all sitting around going, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? And look, as much as I've told you, I'm 100% certain it happens. Like everybody else, I'm a little bit agitated trying to make sure it happens as soon as possible as well. Chris, how are we, dude? Chris, 1989 LFC, said, I'm surprised with the transfer fee for Wirtz being so high that we haven't got him on a 6 or 7 year contract. So sometimes players won't sign contracts that long. So we've got to be mindful of this as well. Liverpool certainly hate the 4 year contract type situations. They're always looking for that 5 because it gives you the breathing room. 3 years to probably look, 2.5, and then decide what you're going to do with regards to wage increases and whatnot. I have no doubts that Liverpool would have liked to have got Wirtz on a deal for 6, 7 or 8 years, but ultimately 5 years is more than enough. It gives us plenty of wiggle room there. Just get it done though at this point, Chris, what? And then we can all celebrate.